Okay, so the goal of this video is to talk about fonts as they apply to your title block. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our title block from last class. And we forgot a couple of trims, so we're going to TR. We're going to select all of our objects, hit enter. I'm going to trim out this line, trim out this line, trim out this line, and hit enter. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a text style. So there are two different ways you can do the text style. You can come up here, you can go to the Annotations tab, and you can hit this letter A. Or you can type in STYLE, and it'll bring up the text style dialog box. We have to create a new one. So we're going to go New. We're going to name this Labels. Say OK. We're going to choose a text style called Simplex.shx. We're going to make the height of it 1/16. What we're trying to do is we're trying to label each of our boxes. Click Apply. So then we can enter text into them. So then we're going to go to Text Tool, and we're going to go to Multiline, and we're going to draw a box into this box. We're going to type in all capital letters. We want to make sure that we always type in all capital letters. It's something that you do in engineering and architecture and drawings, so it causes a person who might not know the English language super well to only have to learn uppercase letters, not lowercase, and increase the chances of mistakes not being made. So we're going to type in project name, click someplace else, and it's going to put it in there. Now, we have two problems. One is it's really crammed into the corner here, and it's small. It's also overlapping our text. So we're going to end up having to move it out. But the first thing we want to do is I'm going to turn off this grid here just to get it off because you don't want it on. You don't even know it's on. You'll notice it in your paper space. But you're also down here, so turn off line weight. So now you can kind of see that a little bit better. And we're going to go and we're going to put it in a different layer because we want to make sure that the line weight is smaller, even though it is now. When you start a drawing, everything is done in the 0 layer, but it's best to make a layer for everything that you're doing. So we're going to go to Layer Properties. We're going to go to New Layer. We're going to name it Fonts, F-O-N-T-S. Caps Lock, F-O-N-T-S. We're going to change the line weight so we're sure that it's smaller to 0.2 because I believe the title block is at 0.5, maybe even bigger. X out of this. And now that we have it made, we have to put it in that layer. So we're going to go click on it, put it on the fonts. Then we're going to go to Move. So M-Enter. Select our object. Enter. Wants us to choose a base point. And then we're going to drag our mouse this general direction. We're going to hit at 1/16, comma, negative 1/16. So we're going to move it a 1/16 of an inch in the X direction and a 1/16 of an inch in the Y direction, and then it's up there. And now when we turn our line weight back on, right, we're spaced out pretty well, and we've still got plenty of room to enter our fields later. Okay, so now we have to do this for every label, so we're going to copy this one. So CP is the shortcut for copy. Hit enter. Click on the object. Hit enter. We're going to choose a base point, and then we're going to start copying into the corner of all of these. Click. Click. We want to make sure we're grabbing that perfect spot every time. Click. Then we're going to go through and rename them. The names of all of these, so this is project name. We're going to make this drawing name. The idea being that if you were doing, I don't know, a house drawing, the project name might be whatever, Duff House. And then the drawing name might be First Floor. Right? So that's the idea. Created by, I don't know, I'm the one creating it, so maybe this is where I would put my name. But created by, and then we'll put date down here. We'll put scale down here. And we'll talk more about scale later. And we're going to put CI here, and this would be a place where you would initial. Again, we probably won't do this very often, but you could initial, and in real life, you would initial saying, yes, I did draw this, this was me. And then we're going to put TI for teacher's initial, where I might say, yes, I graded this, I saw it. That might be a place where the head of the firm might come through, so it might be labeled something else. Maybe it would be like FI for firm I or owner's initials. But someplace that the owner or the project manager might have a chance to go and initial it also. So that's that. So our next move is we have to create a new text style. So we're going to go to style, go to new, and we're going to name this one entries, because we're going to go through and label all of our entries. Come on. entries. entries. All right. Say OK. We're going to change this. We're going to leave it at simplex, and we're going to change the height to 3/16. Say apply. Close. Then we're going to type in FIELD. We'll talk more about this later, but you can create fields where when you set the document up certain ways, it auto-populates certain things, which can make things a lot easier. So we're going to come up here, and we're going to go to Document, and for project name, we're going to choose Title. Say OK. We're going to put it in this upper right-hand corner. Then we're going to type in field again, and we're going to move these all together later. We're going to choose subject. Again, make sure uppercase is selected. Click here. FIELD. And we're going to choose author for created by. FIELD. And we're going to choose, what are we working on here? Date. We're going to choose date, which you'll see this is going to go bad. But date, we're going to choose this date, say OK. And you notice the date doesn't really fit in here, so that doesn't really work. So we're going to delete this out, and we'll deal with the date differently. So we're going to go and create a new text style. So we'll click on annotations, and we'll click on the A this time. We're going to go to new. We're going to name this one date. Say OK. We're going to change the size of this. So the date is going to end up being, I think it's an 1/8 we chose. Yep. 1/8. 1/8 inches. Say apply. Close. FIELD. Date. We want this date. We want this way it to look this way. Put it in there, and I think that is going to fit nicely. So now we're going to go and we're going to move all of these. So enter. We're going to select all 4 of our boxes. Now they're all going to move by the same amount and in the same way, so we can do it all at once. So hit enter. We'll choose a base point of this upper right hand corner. We'll drag our mouse in this general direction and say at 1/16, comma, -1/16, and then hit enter, and they'll all move. But something didn't go right. It didn't really move the way it was supposed to. We actually used the wrong dimensions. That was the one for the other one. So we're going to hit Z here, Control Z, to get it back where it should go. Try that again. Move. Select all 4 objects. Enter. Choose our base point. Drag our object in this general direction. Then say at 1/8, comma, -3/16. Enter. And that puts it in a space where it's kind of perfectly lined up, where it's going to fit evenly. It's across, away from the bar a little bit, and we're in good shape there. So once you've gotten to this point, you're in good shape. Good luck and go to work. If you have any questions, come on.